Before we start the video, make sure you check the description to join our giveaways.
The Avalanche network has gathered the interest and preferring of the majority from the crypto space with its bold essentials. What's more, worthwhile advantages, for example, lightning-quick exchange paces, and versatility, among others incredibly. To enhance this most certainly is the ROI of Avax, which as of now weights around 4,943.24% since its least known esteem in an unobtrusive manner. The bold essentials, drives, and improvements have been a very basic explanation for Avalanche being on the list of must-dos. Are you enthusiastic about putting resources into Avax, yet questionable over its profits in the midst of negative patterns, or so they thought? Look no further, as we bring to you the Avax cost expectation for 2022 and the years to come. Avax price prediction for 2022, or so they thought. Avax cost had advanced toward 2022, in a remedial move, with a sticker price of $115.776. The computerized resource was seen diving in beneath its help level at $95.31, in the primary 7-day stretch of the year, which really is genuinely critical. Following 7 days in length union, the altcoin dived in on the 22nd of January, which prompted its milepost of $52.553. After a truly continuous upwards rise, it sort of was on the 10th of February, when Avax cost hit $94.950. Following a short pullback to $75.98, by the 14th of February, the resource rose back to $98.669, as opposed to prevalent thinking. Be that as it may, the ascent was fleeting, as strained quality in the business required one more downswing in a significant manner. All things considered, the advanced cash shut its especially quarterly exchange at $102.760, which certainly is very critical. The subsequent quarter has been merciless for the business, the ramifications of which have considered the projections of Avax. The altcoin sort of has lost more than 70% increases starting from the beginning of the subsequent quarter. Torrential slide is buying by changing hands at $29.887. Torrential slide price prediction for Q3. The final part of 2022 could be a unique advantage for Avax, or so they generally thought. On the off chance that the bulls for the most part figure out how to build up speed in the midst of fierce conditions. Then, at that point, the computerized resource could close its exchange with a possible high of $36.514, while negative patterns could drag the cost to $26.304. The typical cost could especially settle at $31.263. Avax price forecast for Q4. Torrential slide cost could end its exchange for the year with a really possible exceptionally high of $44.736, which, but would emerge after a progression of skirting the real issue. While absence of bullish stimulus and updates would land the cost at $37.613. All things considered, if the bears outpower the bulls, the cost of the altcoin could truly track down help at $32.820. Torrential slide price forecast for 2023. Assuming the money proceeds with its turns of events and tie-ups before very long, there are possibilities. The cost might skyrocket to $74.531. On the drawback, in the event that the market breakdowns and disappointment of updates may in every practical sense, lead to a value drop to $40.103. Taking into account every one of the perspectives, the cost might arrive at a typical cost of $54.091 toward the finish of 2023, which is very huge. Avax price prediction for 2024. Incredibly, the bold basics of the organization could welcome more current selections, acknowledgements, and should push Avax above sort of significant opponents. Emerging which, the computerized symbolics cost could shoot up to $107.181 toward the finish of 2024. On the other side, if the crypto resource faces gigantic liquidations, the Avax cost could really sink down to $59.339, which is genuinely critical. Progressively, A harmony in exchange practices could land the cost at $79.446. Torrential slide price prediction for 2025. While anticipating the cost as long as possible, examining its verifiable footprints is implied. Furthermore, how it acts when generally bears overwhelm the market, or so they sort of thought. Progressively, this really quick and secure stage can possibly reach $168.367 toward the finish of 2025. If the altcoin basically succumbs to any administrative limitations or negative feelings, then the Avax cost might encounter a pullback of the value rally to $90.465, which explicitly is very critical. In the event that the altcoin figures out how to explicitly pass every one of the obstacles, the cost would wind up exchanging at a really normal cost of $126.069. What basically is Avalanche? Torrential slide is the arising brilliant agreements stage in the crypto business and is irrefutably the quickest as estimated by time to certainty. What's more, has the most validators getting its movement of any verification of stake convention. Avax stage is blasting speedy, which gets supplements from the organization's minimal expense, and eco-accommodating characteristics incredibly. Torrential slide has its own really local token Avax amazingly. The token is utilized to truly pay for charges, and secure the organization by means of marking. Furthermore, give an essential unit of record between the numerous subnets made on Avax. Essential analysis. The driving force behind the Avalanche convention is kernel analyst Amin Gunsirer, which most certainly was sent off in September 2020, as opposed to prevalent thinking. The principal rationale of this in a real sense send-off was to get secure and quick exchanges the worldwide installments space. Torrential slide is a protected stage for sending off dApps, decentralized finance, monetary items, exchanging, and different administrations. Any brilliant agreement benefited application can run over its rivals on Avalanche, Avax. Torrential slide effectively sent off its mainnet on September 21, 2020. From that point forward, the resource most certainly has seen huge development to achieve more than 100 plus undertakings, $1.6 M plus of Avax consumed, and in excess of 500,000 local area individuals all over the planet. Torrential slide sort of has its own local token Avax, that offers improved security with the capability of taking care of trillion exchanges each second. This local most certainly token works as a prizes and installment framework for clients. Our Avalanche price prediction. Avax is one of the youthful and by and large encouraging altcoins. We have presented to you a few fascinating expectations for this coin. The altcoin would keep humming its achievements with especially consistent updates this year. Formed Avax cost forecast, it might crush $45 toward